So how can an NFL team come back from losing two of the best players at their respective position in the same offseason? Literally in like a 2-day span. Le'Veon Bell, Antonio Brown, both leaving the Pittsburgh Steelers. AB, as we all know, to the Oakland Raiders. Le'Veon Bell to the New York Jets. Now, yesterday, we did a New York Giants rebuild, and the Pittsburgh Steelers aren't even remotely close to being as much as a meme as the New York Giants are. But you can't deny the fact that losing those two players, that there is going to be a little bit of rebuilding that needs to be done with the Pittsburgh Steelers organization. Now, how long is it going to take with me, with Mr. RBT at the helm? It isn't going to take a long time. We're going to rebuild the Pittsburgh Steelers from their current state in the NFL to Super Bowl champions. And it's going to happen like that. It might have a little bit like faster on my channel than what it will in real life. But if you're a Steelers fan, at least today, you're not getting out of this video without witnessing your team holding up the Lombardi trophy one more time. Now, this roster and this Madden 19 franchise is the most up-to-date roster you're going to see. The most up-to-date free agent signings are in each particular team. Now, the remaining free agents that haven't been signed in real life up to March 14th at 1:14 a.m. are still in the free agent pool, but we're not allowed to sign any of them. We're allowed to make trades at this point, but not allowed to sign any free agents. Now, we even have Donte Moncrief on the team, who was signed by the Steelers literally like 20 minutes ago at this point. Maybe a little bit longer, maybe I'm over-exaggerating, but you get what I'm saying. And this team is going to become Super Bowl champions by the end of this video. Now, hopefully, guys, do enjoy these rebuild videos. If you do, make sure to smack a huge thumbs up. Let's see if we can smash, I don't know, like 2 or 3 likes on today's video. Let me know in the comment section below what team you want to see me rebuild next. And with that, let's take a quick look at this team. I mean, the offensive line, I mean, we can keep most of these guys. Maybe improve at right tackle, but that's solid. And when we have good targets at wide receiver, we're going to have to see, like, I don't know. It depends on whether we go all out this first year or not. Like, Big Ben is probably not going to be the QB of the future unless we win it the first year, because he's aging, and in Madden he's going to regress. Now, on defense is where we need to get most of our upgrades. Both safeties got to go. Got to completely, for the most part, like, renew this linebacker core aside from TJ Watt. D-line's okay. Maybe add another corner or so. It's definitely not nearly as bad as the Giants, but I mean, there is some work that needs to be done. Now, what do you expect out of this? Be doing a ton of trades. This is not realistic. It's all about turning this team into Super Bowl champions as fast as possible, even if it means exploiting the features at Madden 19 franchise. And with that said, it's time to begin work. Yo, so this ends up actually being pretty big. We bring in Jabril Peppers to be our new starting strong safety, along with a 6th-round draft pick. We had to trade away our backup left end. Not even gonna begin to try and pronounce his last name. Our backup quarterback, Mason Rudolph. So if we end up like moving on from Big Ben eventually, it means we're gonna have to draft a quarterback when we trade for another one, and a 2nd-round draft pick from this year, which is pretty big. But I mean, Jabril Peppers, a sick, good, nice, young, strong safety who will develop into his 90s. So we do trade up for another 1st-round draft pick in this upcoming NFL draft. Whether or not we actually use this draft pick in a trade, or we might use it in the upcoming NFL draft, is remained to be seen. We had to trade away our backup left guard, a 3rd-round draft pick, and our 69 overall cornerback. So as a temporary filler for this upcoming year at the right tackle position, we had to go after the veteran, 91 overall Marshall Yanda, who will serve a good purpose for us for maybe a year or two, if it even lasts that long. We get a 6th and 7th from next year along in the deal. We had to trade away Ryan Switzer, but we're looking to add one pretty good receiver immediately. And we help our linebacker core out tremendously with superstar veteran 95 overall Lavonte David. We trade away Morgan Burnett, who was our backup strong safety at this point, one of the 1st-round draft picks that we did have, and our 3rd-string free safety. So we get another 1st-round draft pick from this year. Since we just got Lavonte David, we no longer needed young Bud Dupree, so we traded him and our backup running back for a 1st-round draft pick from the Detroit Lions. So we sort of replaced Ryan Switzer with a pretty good wide receiver, Tyrell Williams, 83 overall, coming over from the Raiders. John Bostic, our backup left outside linebacker, a 2nd from 2020, and a 4th from this year. So I believe this is the last trade we're going to be able to complete, but it's not a bad one because we needed another cornerback. We get Xavier Howard from the Dolphins for a backup free safety, a 3rd from next year, and a 5th from this year. So pretty much, we're kind of going for it all this year. Oh, so we actually did it. We're trying to get one more good draft pick for this upcoming draft. It took Artie Burns, our 4th corner, but I'll take the Buffalo Bills 1st round draft pick, which easily could turn into the number 1 overall draft pick. We also had to trade away backup quarterback Josh Dobbs, so we'll have to go pick up another backup quarterback. But even if we don't win it all this year, which I don't think we're going to be able to, we have created a pretty decent core here in Pittsburgh, as we have a 91 overall offense. The defense is a little lackluster. It's a little bit harder to get some of the positions that I wanted to, but this team, linebacker core, middle of the linebacker core is a little bit thin, free safety is a little bit thin, but our D-line solid, our cornerbacks are solid, our offense as a whole is pretty freaking solid. So I mean, this team has potential to win this year. I'm not gonna bank on it, but I think it's an easy project to maybe, more than likely, push for a Super Bowl berth next year. So we went and signed some depth players out of free agency. We got Blake Bortles for the memes backing up Ben Roethlisberger, just was released, I think, yesterday. And we have Jamal Charles to back up James Conner in the backfield. Now with that, boys, I want you to give me your predictions for this team's record at the end of this first regular season. I'm going to say if we lose if we don't win 9 games, I'll be shocked and disappointed. We should at bare minimum be going 9-7, if not better. And it looks like, I think we actually, no, we lost. We didn't make the playoffs. I was about to say, I think we got a 1st round bye, but we didn't. Dang, we did bad. 6-10. Nah, this is dumb. Now this is where the game's freaking stupid. This team should not go 6-10. It's an 84 overall. Now that's just sad. The Browns go 14-2. That's just not good. Like, that sucks. Did we actually have like one of the worst records in the NFL? That is actually demoralizing. So we get the 2nd overall pick, so that ends up being good. The Giants had the 1st pick in the upcoming draft. Dang, I'm actually shocked. 6-10. I don't know why we did so bad. What the heck happened? Let's check out some of these stats across the NFL. We had the 16th worst offense in the NFL, and defensively, we did end up having the 17th. So we were just mediocre. But I still think it's just a few pieces away from being Super Bowl caliber. Kareem Hunt with the Browns won the MVP. Obviously had nobody in the top 10 who did bad. We might have to end up moving on from Big Ben. 29 touchdowns, 14 picks. Ran the ball okay, not a lot of touchdowns. Juju Smith was decent. I don't know. We just were average, I guess. But dang, I really don't think we should have went 6-10 with this team. But anyways, guess it's too late for that. But I still think a few signings in free agency and a couple players drafted, we should be able to at least make the playoffs next year. I don't even think the Steelers are going to go 6-10 in real life. Let's go ahead and see who makes it to the Super Bowl. It's going to end up being the Chargers and the Saints. If you guys watch my videos, the Chargers losing the Super Bowl is a meme because they do it so often, so I'm not going to be surprised. And yep, once again, they lose. So the only player that I did re-sign in free agency was my punter. Blake Bortles, he's asking for too much money. Screw that. We need to spend our money wisely in free agency. As you look, did anybody of note retire? It doesn't look like it. Our offensive line still looks solid. Some people are starting to regress, so that could be a downfall. Big Ben's down to an 83. So maybe you need to go ahead and ship on Big Ben this upcoming season. Maybe draft a quarterback. Like, our linebacker core is okay. And we need to, if we could sign a middle linebacker and a free safety and maybe a good corner, we'll be golden. Now, I don't know if we have that much money. Hopefully, we have $23 million in cap room. Hopefully, there's some good free agents. Jason Verrett, we've got to try and get this man. Got to. We're going to offer him, what is this man? Well, a 3-year deal. Give him a lot of money. Give him $3 million a year, a signing bonus. Get 107 total points. We should be able to snag him there. Free safety. We need a free safety. Like, this is Trey Boston. This would be huge. This would honestly be huge. It would leave us with only $9 million cap room, so these are probably the only 2 guys I'm going to go after. Maybe an average middle linebacker. Wow. They're offering, wow. I don't think, maybe Zach Brown. No, 125 points. Some of these teams out here, wow, offering a ton of points. Let's see middle linebacker. Who's like the, it's not good, is it? Maybe we offer somebody and try to get a decent backup and then trade our starter for a better starter. I don't know. Trying to just make this team as good as possible. So we'll offer Ty Davis. I mean, he's 27 years old. Maybe we'll probably end up getting Jason Verrett, which is definitely not bad at all. We'll probably have to end up trading Joe Hayden because he is starting to regress. Davis and Verrett both accepted. Trey Boston rejected. So we get 2 pretty useful free agents. Now with that, we're just going to send him to the draft because we're not going to get any other free agents. So Jason Verrett is actually pretty huge, not going to lie, but with that, it's time to draft some players. start drafting. Let's be great. So we have the 2nd and 3rd overall pick in this draft. And hey man, we might be able to use this to our leverage. We might be able to trade up and get some good draft picks to trade away. So we'll advance to the next pick. They end up getting a corner. So we might, let's just see what is available out there. If there's like a good quarterback, I might like go ahead and draft them. Outside linebacker. Actually doesn't look like there's that many good quarterbacks. Like this is not a guy that I would spend a 2nd overall draft pick on. So maybe we just trade for another quarterback. Maybe we put all our eggs in that basket and trade for a quarterback this upcoming season that's not Big Ben. So, I mean, screw it. I mean, everything on our team is just average. Literally everything aside from running back is a B. So that's not ideal, but it is what it is. Now, the Cardinals we could potentially trade and see what we can get. So if we go into Trade Center, the Arizona Cardinals, what can we get from you? Cardinals, at least give me obviously your 1st from this year. 1st, maybe your 2nd, and your 1st from next year. Are you willing to give me that much for the 2nd overall pick? I mean, I'd take it. Hopefully they want somebody here. Offer this through, was declined, but maybe their 2nd from this year and their 2nd from next year instead of their 1st from next year. Maybe that's the thing. Was accepted. So that's, I mean, that's not bad at all. So they get this pick. They're going to go ahead and advance to next pick. They took a wide receiver. Maybe that's what we need to do. Maybe we need to try and get a wide receiver and maybe trade one of the guys we have away. I'm trying to think. Maybe an offensive line. This guy looks good. Now this guy looks actually sick. Charles Lane, the only good receiver left. Screw it. 80 overall, quick development, 10th best prospect. It could have been worse. It definitely could have been worse. That lets us maybe trade away one of the guys we have now for somebody even better. So we have this pick too. We have another pick in the 1st round too. Dang, we have 3 1st-round picks. We need to try and see if there's any type of good middle linebacker out there. Deep tackle would be pretty big too right now. But let's see. Middle linebacker. Yeah, wow. Maybe later in the draft is the move. That outside linebacker sucks. This one looks good. He has no combine grade. What does that even mean? Like, what does that actually mean? Cameron Hogan, do we try and get him? Maybe trade away a linebacker that we have? Like, what does that actually mean? I've never seen somebody without a combine grade. Like, did he, like, skip the combine because he's so good? Or do we take an offensive lineman? The offensive line is good. Like, it's not great because it's all aging, but it's not bad. So I'm going to try to get that outside linebacker unless there's a good free safety or strong safety. Yep, they suck. Ooh, they're not good either. Cornerback, this guy looks good. Maybe I can snag this guy with my next pick. Terrell Farrell. So we're going to go for that outside linebacker, Cameron Hogan. Like, be good, please. I've never seen a player not participate in the combine. Like, what does that mean? He ends up being an 82 overall. Boom, that's why, because he knew he was a freaking stud. Cameron Hogan with quick development. This guy is going to be good. Now, hopefully, that corner is left with the middle pick. We have a 2nd round pick too that we got. So let's go ahead and pick that corner. Hopefully he's still available. If not, I'm gonna feel like a moron. He's available. Terrell Farrell, be okay, brother, from Auburn. He's gonna be a 77 overall with quick. We reached a little bit, but he's probably, honestly, the best corner that was left. He'll be okay. Maybe allow us to trade away Joe Hayden and like release that cap because he knows he's worth a lot of money. Now let's go ahead and head into the 2nd round. I think we'll be able to get something decent here. Maybe a D tackle because we have like no defensive tackle depth at all. And there's some decent ones. There's some good running backs that maybe we could draft. But let's see if there's any good D tackles. We'll go ahead and snag one up. These outside linebackers look okay. These middle linebackers actually look good. But do we even have any late draft picks? I've already forgot, to be honest. Free safety. We don't need a free safety or strong safety. We traded for one. Maybe we just go offensive line and then take an aging offensive lineman that we have and then trade them. Maybe that is the move. There's only one left tackle left. He doesn't even look that good. We have Alejandro Villanueva. I mean, how bad can he actually be? He can't be awful. He's not good. He's not bad, but he's not good. If anything, like some team will want a high overall rookie like that. So we'll go ahead and so we could use him as trade bait. So it's not the worst thing in the world. 75 is not bad. It's not great either. Our draft yesterday in the Giants rebuild was so much better. We have another pick in the 6th round. I might just end up trading it on like we did yesterday if somebody will give me a 5th round draft pick from next year or a 4th round draft pick from next year. So let's see. Maybe that will be the move because just why not? So we actually can get a 4th round draft pick from 2020. I think that's definitely going to move. Maybe there's a 3rd. Now, we'll definitely get a 4th round draft pick from next year. That's easily, like, that's a pretty good trade, not gonna lie. We have another pick. Why do we have so many 6? Where did this come from? So if we can get another 4th, like, we can use those in trades and make this team beast in year number 2. So trade away, pick, review, offer, maybe another 4th. Somebody give me a 4th. Come on, yeah. Oakland Raiders. Don't mind if I do. We have another 6. Now we have a 7. So we might probably be able to get a 5th round draft pick from next year too. But I mean, that was worth it because, like, are we gonna be honest with ourselves? Like, nobody's really gonna help us that much that's available right now. So let's trade away pick. Maybe get a 5th from next year. That would be, yep, a 5th from 2020. Maybe somebody give me another 4th. Nope. So we'll go with the Detroit Lions. And with that, that does it. We'll go ahead and skip to the end of the draft, jump into the next preseason. And I think this team has potential. The first year was a disappointment, to say the least. Like, that was bad. 6-10, I thought we were so much better, but maybe we just got a little unlucky. But as you see, we're up to an 85 overall now after free agency. 89 offense, 87 defense. With some players with bad contracts and some players aging that we need to trade away. But I think a good trading session here in the preseason, and this team could be Super Bowl bound. Giants fans are going to crawl in a ball and wish they didn't exist. We send Ben Roethlisberger, who had a cap hit of almost $17 million, a 2nd from next year, and a 4th from this year for Saquon Barkley. So in this franchise, the Giants have traded away both Odell Beckham Jr. and Saquon Barkley. What a freaking life we live. Bro, what is this game we're playing? Dog, when you watch my video from the other day, we go and trade for Antonio Brown, or attempt to. If we submitted this trade, like, let's say this interest level is this much. If we offered the same package, the Antonio Brown trade interest level would have been this much. And we all know what size that's a replication of. We literally traded away aging Joe Hayden, aging left tackle Andre Villanueva, and a 1st round draft pick for Patrick 98 overall Mahomes. Nah, this game is on the alcohol. Bro, what is this? So we trade backup strong safety, who's a good former 1st round pick, Terrell Edmonds. Yeah, I know, but we have somebody starting, like, that's better above him. Him and our 4th corner for Shaq Mason, who's a 90 overall 26-year-old right guard, who I guess in the meantime to have a makeshift offensive line while we need to, we can move him outside to left tackle and he'll still be okay. Like I said, we're going all out in year number 2. The left tackle rookie that I said we could trade away, traded him, a 1st from next year, a 2nd from this year, for Harrison Smith, who is going to be our new starting free safety. He's beginning to age. He's 30, but it doesn't matter because it's all about this year. So we trade Steven Nelson to the Texans for a 2nd round draft pick along with our 6th and 7th from next year. And guys, I've spent the last 20 minutes literally trading up everything because we're going, like I said, all out this year. And if we don't win it this year, we won't be able to put anything into the draft, but we'll be able to sign some free agents. But as you guys see, we have a 2nd and we have 4 thirds. Boom! There is our star middle linebacker that we were looking for. CJ Mosley, member of the New York Jets, comes over for Dante Moncrief, a 2nd and a 3rd round draft pick. And why not improve the defensive tackle position while we can? Back up Ty Davis to the Detroit Lions for snacks and a 3rd round draft pick that we had to throw in from this year, but we had 100 of them. So I'm working on one final massive trade, and this team will be perfected. We needed another 1st round draft pick. We had to trade away Vince Williams, a 3rd, and our 4th corner for a 1st from the Baltimore Ravens. And you got to remember, we have that 80+ overall outside linebacker that we can now convert to be middle linebacker, to be our backup. We got him. We actually got him. Jalen Ramsey coming over to your Pittsburgh Steelers to hopefully hold up this Lombardi trophy this season. It took that 1st, took our backup free safety and Marshall Yanda, who we can easily replace at right tackle. He's about to start like regressing big time anyway, for Jalen freaking Ramsey. I mean, I know this isn't necessarily ideal, but it's better than nothing. We bring in Larry Warford from the New Orleans Saints to play right tackle for us for a backup tight end and our last 3rd round draft pick. Now, we have literally gone all in on the 2019 season. If we don't win the Super Bowl this year, we are gonna be screwed. But this team is on par with what we created in yesterday's New York Giants rebuild. And that took 3 years. This one only took 2. So this team, I believe, has a good chance to lose. If they lose more than 2 games, I'm gonna be shocked. Now, you know, crazy things can happen in Madden. I think it's kind of lucky that we won it so quick with the Giants, because anything can happen in a simulation. But this team easily is good enough to compete for the Super Bowl. If we don't make it, we won't have any draft picks, but some immediate free agent signings should be good enough in more than 1 year to make this team insane. Now, 93 offense, 97 defense, 91 overall team. And when you compare the fact that the best team aside from us in the NFL was probably like an 86 overall, we should be going 16-0. Better be a first round. Nah. This team, 92 overall team. This is the dumbest game ever created, if we're being completely honest. What is this? What actually did this game just do? Moronic. Absolutely effing moronic. 8-7-1 with this team. This time around, the Falcons win, but we have some contracts to renegotiate, which isn't really good for us. Well, we pretty much re-signed everybody noteworthy. Jalen Ramsey, Xavier Howard, Javon Hargrave, and Marquise Pouncey. I literally zero idea how this team went 8-7-1. We have like 20 million cap room to use in free agency, so we're gonna go ball out, get everybody we possibly can, because we're winning the Super Bowl next year. Not even debatable. Not even debatable. Best free agent out there, Derrick Henry. Ooh, no point in getting him, to be honest. To be completely honest, no real point getting any of these guys. Maybe Corey Linsley, because he's better than Marquise Pouncey, but aside from that, there's really nobody that can improve our team. It's already deadly as it can be. So we'll just put a lot of this money in. So that's all we're gonna get, honestly. And I wish I knew what I could do to make the team better, but there's nothing to do to make the team better. This game is just moronic. That's seriously all we needed. We needed a right guard because our right guard retired. Marquise Pouncey, we've got a better center, and that's literally nothing else we can do to this team. I think this game, it's just stupid, you know? 92 overall, 97 defense. Basically, what this is, we're just rolling the cards again. And I guarantee this time around, we go at least 12-4. 9-6-1. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? How are we not this team? It's a 99 defense. It's a 93 offense with Pat Mahomes, Saquon Barkley. I don't understand, but at least we made it to the playoffs. So the Browns are probably the reason why. I don't know. They're freaking good, I guess. Don't know why we're doing so bad. Anybody coming to the top 10 of the MVP race? Phillip Rivers at 107 years old is winning the MVP. Kyler Murray on the Bills in 4th place. Roy Berg in 5th. What a man. Yep, we had nobody in the top 10. If we don't win this, send me into the next week. Come on, man. Please. So the Texans win the Super Bowl, and we have a lot of players that have to renew their contract. Number one, got to get Pat Mahomes. He's going to ask for a huge deal. We're going to get him, though. $241 million. Welcome back. Juju Smith, and offer you 7 years as well. Hopefully you'll come back. Oh, he does. Thank God. Lavonte David. We have literally all our good players. Hopefully we have enough money at least to re-sign them all. Lavonte David, you're coming back. Jabril Peppers. Some of these players, I know I'm probably going to end up trading away if we don't win the Super Bowl ASAP because they're aging and they're just worth too much money, but there's no reason not to lock them up for a little bit longer while we can, you know? Him, Damon Harrison, probably trade him away, but at least we got him. CJ Mosley. Oh, we might be running low on money here, so I'm getting a little scared, but it's literally all our superstars need to re-sign. TJ Watt, 5-year deal. Just kidding, we'll make it 7. He's gonna re-sign. James Conner, we need you too, bro. We need to at least we probably need to trade him away. He's 86. He's gonna re-sign. Who else? Jesus, bro. We literally the whole world needs to re-sign. So we probably won't be able to sign any free agents, but at least the team's coming back. These guys, nah. Cameron Hayward, nah. He's too old at this point. So we'll try to sign somebody that we could use in free agency. That's the goal. That's the end goal here. Free agents. We have 10 mil. Who's out there? Who can we get? Who's the best guy? Kareem Hunt. Ooh, Antonio Brown. Bro, what do you want? That's all we can offer him? A 91 receiver? How many points is that? 86? I mean, I guess it was worth it. Like, I don't know. At least we can use some cap space to fool around trading. I'm just kind of demoralized at this point because, I mean, I could probably have a full 99 overall team of players. Wow, he accepted. Antonio Brown is coming back to Pittsburgh to possibly, for the first time ever, hold up the Lombardi Trophy. Go ahead, sim the next season, because we literally, I think it said we had $6,000 left in cap space. So we are about to add an aging Bobby Wagner to the squad, along with CJ Mosley. Why do we need Bobby Wagner? I mean, why not? Let's just keep on adding better players to the team, I suppose. Like, screw it. Really, Bobby Wagner, let's roll. Let's roll here in Pittsburgh. Let's win the Super Bowl this year. Wow, I just traded some crappy draft picks and we get Zach freaking Martin. So, I mean, I guess I'll take that. A little shocking, but I mean, it is what it is. We'll take it. Had to get rid of Harrison Smith, down to an 84, and he's worth $12 million a year. Can't be having that. So, to replace him, we're bringing in Tony Jefferson. Now, according to Madden, we traded away something invisible. Like, I don't actually know what that is. So, together, like, that's just a weird occurrence. Let's just all agree on that fact. But James Washington is getting traded away. I think that was a second-round draft pick, and it just glitched. But then a third-round draft pick for next year, too, to bring in Tony Jefferson to be our free safety. So we're a 93 overall, 97 offense, and a 97 defense. Yet here we are. Like, I'm just going to do this to prove a point. We don't even have a right tackle. That's a fullback. But I guarantee, because this game is so stupid, we'll go 16-0 probably, for being honest. Finally, we get the first round bye that we deserve. We went 12-4, so it wasn't like we got lucky or anything, but regardless, we went 12-4. Best record without a tight end. 6th best offense in the NFL. Who cares about defense? Zeke wins the MVP. We have nobody in the top 10 unless I'm blind. At this point, I think I am blind because I've been recording videos for about 6 hours at this point. So we'll go ahead and skip into the divisional championship. This time it's against the Browns. We're at home. Heinz Field, please let me get this dub, and we do. Now taking on the 10-6 Houston Texans, and we make it to the Super Bowl. We'll do what we always do now, jump into the simulation, jump into the full game. So hopefully, if we win, we can actually see us watch the Steelers hold up the Lombardi Trophy. And thank the Lord, we do. We're going to be taking on the LA Rams. I feel like my level of excitement should be higher. My energy level should be a little bit better. But we just did what we did without a real tight end. I'm not sure where this guy came from, but he's here for it. He's happy to be here. So maybe once and for all, we'll be able to see Antonio Brown hold up. Like, actually, this is funny. Like, how somehow the Rams are at 92. I've never seen a CPU team be 92, so we might actually, honest to God, lose. But I think it's funny how he did this rebuild because they lost Antonio Brown, and now he's back, like, at the end of the day, getting exactly what he wanted, which is going to be potentially a Super Bowl ring if we don't lose this simulation, but we very well might. Oh, man, let's end my misery, please, Madden Super Sim time. Jumping to the end of the game, Pat Mahomes, do your business. Oh, we're down 7-0. 7-2-3. We take a 10-7 lead. It's now going to be a 17-7 game. That's what I like to see. 10-7. Oh, what do you know? It's tied now. Now I'm scared. We have the lead again. Now it's tied again. Don't even know what to say. Up by 3. Tied game. Up by a touchdown. Come on. Hang strong. There it is. Finally, your Pittsburgh Steelers have officially been rebuilt from losing AB and Le'Veon Bell to getting AB back. But all that matters is they once again are going to be holding up that Lombardi Trophy. It takes officially 2 hours and 35 minutes to rebuild the Pittsburgh Steelers. which is actually an hour longer than what it took for me to successfully rebuild the New York Giants. But we're here for it regardless, and all that matters is that you Pittsburgh Steelers fans out there once again get to see your team reign victorious, as I've never actually seen the CPU award a defensive player the MVP of a game. As TJ Watt, a Pittsburgh Steelers original, one of the few original Steelers that remained on the team here, wins your Super Bowl MVPs. You see Pat Mahomes, Juju Smith, and Saquon Barkley holding up the Lombardi Trophy. I guess these Steelers fans are kind of happy that it's not AB, but he was on the team at the end of the day. But I don't know how you feel about it. But that, guys, that is going to do it. I'd appreciate it if you drop a like, because this hurt my heart. But I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great rest of your day. God bless, and peace.